G'day and welcome to another Pokemon Go video. So jumping straight into Go Battle League, and if you have watched my content before, please feel free to subscribe. I think there's only about 5% of the people who watch my videos are actually subscribed to the channel, so if you like it, please do subscribe. So we're going to jump in. As you can see, I'm an ace trainer at the moment at 2158, so not doing too badly. So we're going to jump into Master League. I'm going to run Metagross with Bullet Punch, Meteor Mash and Earthquake, Tyranitar with Bite, Crunch and Stone Edge, and Mewtwo with Psycho Cut, Psy Strike and Focus Blast. So we'll see what we get. And with running Metagross on the lead, you don't want to see Giratina. You don't want to see Groudon, but we have Gyarados. So it is a Dragon Breath variant of Gyarados, so it's not too bad, but they will be running Crunch and Aqua Tail. So Crunch is obviously going to be doing super effective damage, and you've got to hope they want to bait the first time, so let's not shield this one up and let that Crunch come through, unfortunately. The other problem with Gyarados is neither of your charge moves are going to do too much damage, so the Meteor Mash here that I'm going to throw is resisted. At least the Earthquake is double resisted, so you might as well throw the Meteor Mash. So this is going to be an Aqua Tail coming through, and I'm actually going to shield this up because I may be able to charge down. So we'll see if they want to. If they decide to shield this up, then I may be able to get to another charge move, just because Dragon Breaths do absolutely nothing, so it'll depend on whether they want to throw their charge move or not, and they don't, so I'm able to survive with 1 HP, and I'm just going to throw this Meteor Mash at whatever comes out, and I think it was a Dragonite that popped out there, so we'll see if they want to use their second shield. So it worked out really well for me. No shield, so there goes half its health. Perfect. So I'm going to come out with Mewtwo here and start getting some energy generation, because I do think I got a little bit of lag there, which is unfortunate. But let's throw this charge move and see if they want to shield this up or let the Dragonite go without throwing a charge move. Are they going to shield? So yep, shield comes through. That's fine. I don't know whether I should be shielding this up or not. I think I'm going to let this go, and it's an Outrage. Ouch, that's brutal. So let's swap out here, and we simultaneously swap. They've got a Melmetal in the back versus my Tyranitar here. So the question is, are they going to throw a superpower or are they not? So I'm going to no-shield this. If they're throwing anything but a superpower, Rock Slide, so that's really not ideal for them, because I am going to be able to not quite get to the charge move. So going to shield this up. It is the superpower this time, so correctly shielded up that superpower, and they've swapped into the Dragonite, so I'm going to farm that down and then throw the Crunch onto the Melmetal when it comes back in, because it has no energy, so it's not going to be able to take me there. Happy days, able to take that match. They didn't even bother bringing back the Melmetal, which is nice to save me a little bit of time. So good game there. And able to take the first game with a bit of a neutral lead, I guess, because my Metagross was resisting their Dragon Breaths, but their Gyarados was resisting all of my moves, so a bit neutral. Yeah, we'll see what we get this second time. Hopefully we can get something nicer. So the ones we don't want, probably don't want Kyogre either. We don't want, and there it is. There's the Kyogre. So the reason you don't want Kyogre is because it's going to resist all of your it's going to resist your fast moves and the Meteor Mash. However, it is a little bit nicer than Gyarados, because it won't be resisting the Earthquake. The thing that is not as nice about it is its Surfs just do so much damage. So we'll hopefully not get a shield here. I suspect we will, so yep, there's the first shield, that's fine, and then they're going to be able to surf waterfall us down. Obviously, I cannot come in with Tyranitar here, so I'm going to have to come in with Mewtwo. I'm going to need to shield this up, which will put us on equal shield, and as you can see, they've got a lot more health than me, so this is not looking good. So that lead match is really, really not ideal for me. So what I want to do here is count their count their waterfalls. It takes 5 to get to a surf, and then I want to throw my move just before them because I don't want them throwing any moves that are unnecessary. So we get a little bit of lag there again, which is not ideal. And then they swap into the Dialga and make an absolutely amazing sack swap, which is really bad for me. Had I not thrown that move and got to a Focus Blast, I could have one-shot that Dialga. So absolutely amazing sack swap by them, and possibly that is what's going to be able to win them the game because they've got energy on their Kyogre. I'm going to have to shield up this Iron Head or it is going to take me out. So they've got energy on their Kyogre, which is not ideal for me. And what wins CMP, Kyogre or Tyranitar? If Kyogre wins CMP, which it does, because I was trying to throw my crunch, this is GG's and I've won the game. So because of that sack swap, impossible for me to win that game, and really good going from them. So going to get to the Psy Strike here, and we'll see what they have in the back, because unless they have a Machamp, I am done. And even if they do have a Machamp, I think I'm done at this point. And it's the Giratina. So yeah, good game. So that sack swap would have been beautiful to match up my Tyranitar with their match up my Tyranitar with their Giratina. So yeah, just really good sack swap by them. With no shield. So Togekiss on the lead. So finally a decent lead for me, and they swap straight out into Dialga, which means I don't really now have anything to swap into. So I'm going to throw this Earthquake and see what they want to do. Hopefully they decide to no shield here. That would be really, really nice. And they do. So no shielded that, and out comes their Giratina. So that's not looking too bad for me. I'm expecting them to swap in. So the reason I've swapped is because their switch clock wouldn't have been up. So I was able to get a little bit of damage in there prior to them swapping into their Togekiss. So going to throw the crunch here, and I got a shield, so that's a massive shield here. I'm trying to madly swap into the Metagross, but I think they're going to be able to charge me down before my switch clock is up. Obviously here I'm going to come in with my Metagross, and the question is, are they going to throw a flamethrower at me straight away, or are they just going to bounce straight out of there? So I'm really hoping to be able to get a little bit of extra energy so I can throw a charge move on this Giratina, but they swapped in too quickly. I'm going to have to shield it up. It's probably going to be the Ominous Wind. Let's find out. It is. And then trying to throw a Meteor Mash, able to get there, and let's see what they want to do. So are they going to shield this up? I fully suspect that they're going to shield this one up, which they do, and then I'm going to swap this out. But unfortunately, they're at another charge move, so that's really not ideal for me. I'm going to let this go, and looks like I've actually got a Slither of Health. Because I will need to get to this Psystrike before they're able to get to another move, which I am, and that's going to be able to take them out. So it takes 6 to get to the Ominous Wind, 7 to get to the Shadow Ball. So able to get to the Psystrike before they can get to another charge move, which is really, really good. Out comes the Togekiss, and I'm going to be able to get to another Psystrike before they can charm me down. They know that, so off they go. So thank you for saving me the hassle of a few seconds play, but I mean, always good, because sometimes, it's fairly straightforward from a long way through. I mean, I'm guilty at doing it as well, playing through when I just know there is no chance of me winning. But sometimes you can pull those back, and you might get lucky, and that last Pokemon might be the only Pokemon that they could possibly have that would allow you to get the win. So you pull a win out of absolutely nowhere, but in that event, there was nothing. There was nothing they could do. It was over. No shields, and Mewtwo. No shields, half health. Yeah, Mewtwo's taken that matchup. So we'll jump into this next one. and see what we get. So another, well, a Dialga on the lead. So for this one, we'll see what they want to do. So you've got to be mindful of the Draco, because Draco is going to take you out. Well, basically take you out. So we'll see what they want to do. And oof, they've got to their charge move first. So the question is this Iron Head? And I'm really hoping it is, because I'm not shielding. And it is the Draco. So there's the Draco. It leaves me with 1 HP. Not nice at all, but I mean, it is what it is. I'm just going to throw this Earthquake and hope they don't shield. They do shield, which is really bad for me, because now they can swap out into... So I'm going to bring in my Mewtwo here, and I suspect that they'll swap this out, but they're staying in. So they're doing reduced damage here, which is fine. I'm going to need to shield this up, and we'll be back on even shields, which is fine, even though, oh, it is just the Iron Head, but if they had have thrown back-to-back Dracos, would have been really bad for me. Going to charge up to the double Psy Strike, and then throw the Focus Blast, because I do not expect them to shield this up, because they're staying in with this and not swapping it out. I'm pretty sure they're going to let it go, which they did. Happy days. And then out comes the Giratina. I'm going to come in with my... Tyranitar, and hope they have nothing in the back that can take it. So they've only got a Snorlax in the back. So Snorlax is usually going to be running Body Slam and Superpower, so need to be mindful of the Superpower. But I do know that Tyranitar is my win condition here, so I need to be able to shield up properly and not go for the Body Slam bait. So I'm going to let this one go. Let's see what it is. It is the Body Slam. Happy days. That's absolutely amazing. So now what I want to do is try and catch a charge move. And yes, able to catch it on the Mewtwo. No shield here. Mewtwo's dead weight at this point. So let's hope it's... Oh, and it's an Outrage. And they undercharged it by a lot. So that works out really nicely for me. So no energy left on the... No energy left on the Snorlax there. Able to get to the Psy Strike on the Giratina. And then through comes a charge move here. So what will I do? So if they're baiting with the... No, so they're not baiting. Ominous Wind comes through, and I possibly should have baited here. So they swap into their Snorlax. I'm not going to get to 2 charge moves, so there's no reason to shield up here, to throw a charge move here. I'm just going to farm down, and I should be able to get there, which I am, and able to take that game. So able to catch an Outrage. I was, to be honest, expecting a... Superpower, but catching the Outrage is even more amazing. That is absolutely clutch, and it sort of makes up for that last game where someone where they did the sack swap with the Dialga to catch a Psy Strike. Catching that Outrage, absolutely spectacular, and able to win the game. So we'll jump into this next one and see how we go. So far, not been doing great with my leads, and it gets worse. So, and that was a mistake. So I wanted to swap into Mewtwo there. Obviously, Tyranitar is just as bad. Tyranitar's an awful matchup for Groudon. So, an Earthquake. No Fire Punch bait there. Earthquake comes through, and yeah, this is a hard game. So if I come in with my Mewtwo now, they're just going to swap out. So now I'm going to come in with the Metagross here. I'm really hoping for a Fire Punch this time. So and even if it is a Fire Punch, that's not even that good for me. It's better than an Earthquake, so thankfully it was the Fire Punch. And let's see what they want to do here. So, and they're able to get to another Fire Punch. Oh god, this is a demonstration of what not to do in a game. This is brutal. So I'm going to over farm a little bit here, but because the Mud Slaps are super effective, they're absolutely chunking away at my health. That's not good. Not good at all. So we'll come out and throw the Meteor Mash. No shield for them. They've taken out basically 2 of my Pokemon with theirs. And so they've come out with a Dragonite versus a Metagross. So they've got either a Togekiss or a Mewtwo in the back, would be my guesses, because obviously they're not going to be doing too well against them. So I'm going to swap into my Mewtwo and see if I get them to swap into whatever's in the back. So I'm going to throw this Psy Strike. They're not swapping out, so fine, I'll just continue. I'm really hoping for an Outrage or a Hurricane here, because otherwise it's a bad shield on my part. It is the Outrage, so that's good. And in comes the Mewtwo. So this is going to have Shadow Ball. Going to try and catch that. Not able to catch that move, and that's why they saved the shield and why they used Outrage, because they know that either way, if I had have not shielded so let's see. Yeah, it is the Shadow Ball. So had I not shielded the Outrage, that's good game. Had I shielded it, it's still good game, because they've got a shield in hand and they're going to be able to, take that. So the only thing I could have done there was catch that, get a sack swap, but wasn't able to do it. So let's see what we get. So 3 and 2, so not bad. Scraggy is the reward, which is really good. And Mewtwo helping me out there, which is nice. So thank you very much for watching. Like I said at the start, if you haven't subscribed and you like the content, please do so. Always good to see the subscriber count tick up by 1. But hopefully, like I said, useful for someone. Thanks for watching. To be honest, I don't know if it's a good team or not. I think it lacks a little bit. Having that double weakness to Groudon's really, really not good. Double weakness to Groudon, double weakness to Giratina. So not probably the most balanced team. But yeah, so we'll have to swap that up and see if we can improve things. So thank you very much for watching, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye for now.